Alright, so we already learned how to graph proportional relationships. And when we graph them, remember they look like a straight line. And we talked about how if they are not in a straight line, they are not proportional relationships. Another word that we can use to describe proportional relationships, and this is a word that you're going to hear a lot in algebra, is the word linear. And that just means that when you graph the proportional relationship or you graph the relationship, your graph ends up being a straight line, so it is a linear relationship. When we talk about linear or proportional relationships, we can describe them by making a graph, we can describe them by making a table, but we can also describe them by using an equation. And the equation that we use to describe a proportional relationship or a linear relationship is this equation. Y is equal to mx plus b, or m times x plus b. It's a little bit confusing when we have two letters or two variables next to each other and we don't have a symbol in between. That just means that we multiply them together. They didn't put that extra x there because it would be very confusing to see two x's next to each other. So we can use the equation y equals mx plus b, and we have different things that they stand for. So y and x come from the x and y points on your table. M stands for the slope, which you already learned how to figure out. You can find the slope using the graph. And B stands for the y-intercept. And you can think of the word intercept like when you think of football and you hear about interceptions, when someone catches the ball in front of someone else, the other team catches it when the other team has possession. And so a y-intercept is where it crosses over, the line crosses over the y-axis. So for example, here is my y-axis because it's going vertically. And my y-intercept is this point right here because the line is crossing the y-axis at this point. So that would be my y-intercept. So once again, M stands for slope, B stands for y-intercept in this equation, y equals mx plus b, which we can use to describe proportional relations. So let's do an example. It says write the equation of a line with a slope of -4 and a y-intercept of 2. Slope of -4 and a y-intercept of 2. And so like I said before, we do not need to do anything with our y and our x. Those stay the same. So I'm just going to recopy them down here. And I'm going to leave some space. So I need to fill in a number here. And I need to fill in a number here. Remember, m is your slope. M is slope. And b is y-intercept. B is your y-intercept. So it says the slope is -4. And so I'm going to take this number, -4, and write it where the m goes. -4. And I did it right underneath so that it would be easier to tell where that m goes. And then the y-intercept, in the problem it tells me the y-intercept is 2, and so I'm going to copy that number down right here. So the equation of this line would be y is equal to -4x plus 2, because -4 is my slope, and 2 is my y-intercept.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.